Big Dog here. We're on the road to glory with Bradford Park Avenue. We're in the year 2034, our third season in the National League. Let's give you an update then, and it's very, very good news so far. Let's start with the transfers in. We found a right back at last. Reece Fisher is a central defender, but he can also play right back. 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. He's 6'2". Also gives us cover at centre back. Jumping reach 14. Heading 9. A really decent player, 24-year-old. Let's have a look at him in more detail. As you can see, he can play right back at 2.5-star. Not that much down from centre back, 3-star. And also left back as well. So he's covering all the positions across the back four. And yeah, really good signing. We've had to pay him £600 and tell him he's a regular starter. Not quite yet. He's been coming on as sub. He's made 3 sub appearances. And if we look where he's played, he started off at Doncaster in League One. Then went out on loan to Lowestoft in Vanarama North. 6.78 of 15 appearances. Then played the National League with Barrow. 20 appearances, 6.78 again. So we'd seen he'd done it at this level before. He then went back to Doncaster, played 7 games in League One at 6.54. Was eventually sold to South Shields on a free transfer in the Vanarama North, 6.76, 6.87. So he's certainly proved himself at Vanarama North level. Still a young player, 24 years old, so can only get better, and he gives us that cover at right back. Let's just have a look at the transfers again. I was just looking back at it. We've made 9 signings, so there's 8 there, and 1 at the end of last season, Alfie Pond. Alfie Pond's been regular until recently. Westwood and Grubb, but all the others are sort of backups. Colwell, Belfield, Tierney, Dell, Griffiths and Fisher, they're all backup players at the moment, giving us that strength in depth to rotate a little and rest players. Without further ado, let's have a look how we've been doing in the matches since then. So the last game in the last episode was against Cambridge. We then went to top of the table, Leyton Orient, unbeaten, and we beat them. Bid against the run of the play. If you look at the stats, 3 on target for us, 8 on target for them. But we had the better chances. We got off to a poor start. 3rd minute goal for them, and thought, here we go, we're going to get hammered here. Just before the whistle, in the 4th minute of added time, we got a penalty. Mike King stuck that one away. And then just after half time, Kingsley side made it 2-1, and we defended pretty well in this. But you've got to say Leyton Orient didn't play up to the expectations. So an off day for Orient, but we'll take it. 3 points in the bag against the top of the league. Kingsley side being the man of the match with 7.9. Higby at 6.8 didn't do too bad. Bryan 6.9. Macaulay 6.9 defence. But Pond 6.3. We took him off and brought in Dell, who played as a centre back. He's also centre back or left back. But 6.9, he did okay. A really, really good win. Marked us out as contenders this year. So the next game was at home to Stevenage, and it was another 2-1 win. And again, the opposition 15 shots, 7 on target, 7 shots, 3 on target. So as we were going through a really good spell result-wise, 2.24 XG against 0.9. So based on that, they should have won the game. Trusty opened the score, and he's playing really well this season. He's take Trusty, only 2.5 stars, but it just shows that star ratings don't always count. They're a good guide to how good a player is, but in form wise, the lower star rated players can outshine. So Trusty 21 minutes. They had a goal disallowed on 32 minutes, and just after half time, 56 minutes, Berlin made it 2-0. They missed a penalty on 58 minutes to get back in it just after we'd made it 2-0. They eventually got on the score sheet in the 2nd minute of added time with Richards. A bit nervy towards the end. I don't know how we won it, but we did. Some good performances in this one. Lots of greens with Berlin and Henderson at 7.5. But the man of the match was Macaulay at 7.7. Those 7 shots on target from the 2.24 XG. He certainly played well in this game. So 4 successive wins, and we went into this one against bottom of the league Dorking, newly promoted. Thought we were going to win this easy, but 3-3 in the end. It's definitely 2 points dropped. If you look at the shots, we had 15 shots, 3.47 XG. we certainly didn't play as well defensively. Penalty, dodgy penalties, aren't they always? Gave them lead on 40 minutes, but we came roaring back. Westwood on 24, and Berlin, his fellow strike partner, just before half-time made it 2-1. King then missed a penalty on 52 minutes. It actually struck the post. They made it 2-2 on 67. Then 75 minutes we got an own goal to go in front 3-2. They scored in added time to draw the game, and definitely 2 points dropped there. King not having a good game in this one, probably getting a little bit jaded, having to play all the time. And Fisher came on, didn't play that much better, but on the mark wise, but on the gameplay, on the highlights that we saw, he looked pretty good to me. So Tierney came on as a 21st minute substitute for Trusty. Trusty had a little bit of a hamstring problem and he played well. Another new signing for us. He provided the assist for Westwood's goal and he looked pretty lively. 8.7, he got the man of the match. It's a game that we should have won. We're then at home 3-1 to Sutton. Back in the groove again after that disappointing draw in the previous game. But again, if you look at the stats, Sutton 10 shots on target, 1.74 XG, just a little bit more than us. They missed some chances in this one and Macaulay made some good saves, 7.9. Luck was going with us. Keenley side opened on 13. Westwood scoring again on 33. Trusty back in the team and playing well. A goal and an assist. He got the final goal on 90+4 to wrap things up at 3-1 after Kilic had reduced the arrears on 50 for Sutton. Lots of good performances here. Nobody really had a bad game. King 6.6, as I say, getting a bit jaded. So back on the winning trail. So after 9 games without defeat, we then went down at Dagenham and Redbridge. We couldn't score in this one and lost 1-0. Again, dodgy penalty on 64 minutes. So here we are then, the actual penalty. I've got it in the right place here. Can it go? Yeah, here we go. Long ball, Higby heads it out. And they gain possession. Ferguson here, running on. Look at that. That looks like a brilliant tackle there by Brian. So there you go. Dodgy penalty. That's how we lost. Well, we did only have 1 shot on target and 0.34 XG. Bad game for us. The only player getting a green rating is Grubb. Lots of mediocre performances. And you could say in the end, we didn't deserve to win. So a second defeat of the season at Dagenham. We're then at home again against Altrincham. And back to winning ways, 3-1. Look at the goals we've been scoring, apart from that game against Dagenham, where the second top scorers, I think it is, in the league. 12 shots, 6 on target, 11 shots, 4 on target, but 2.49 XG for us. Westwood opened in the second minute, ball in from Trusty. They equalised on 38, so 1-1 at half time. And then we wrapped it up in the second half with goals from Berlin, assisted by Trusty, and Higby getting his first goal of the season. So lots of greens here. Trusty, 2 assists, getting the man of the match. Only Brian at 6.6 and Keenley side at 6.2, getting below what I'd class as an average. Walters making an appearance off the bench and 6.8. Not a bad game from him. So 3-1 against Altrincham. And the final game before today was away at Solihull Moors. Another team promoted into this level, and it was a 2-1 win. And Walters got on the score sheet, his first of the season. He seems to be making a bit of a comeback, and he needs to be, because we were dealt a blow in the 5th minute. Both Westwood went off and Trusty, both hamstrings. Westwood's likely to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Trusty, he's only a slight strain, not too bad. He will be back in today. Walters and Tierney both came on and both played really well. So after that opening goal on 14 minutes, lots of yellow cards thrown around about half time by the ref. And 62 minutes, Tierney made his mark, scoring from Henderson's through ball. And then the other sub, Walters, on 63. Both subs getting on the score sheet in those 2 minutes of the second half for a 2-1 win. And Berlin was the man of the match at 7.6. We've been doing really well since the Cambridge game. 5 wins, a draw and a defeat. See where that has put us in the table. And we're flying high. 3rd in the league behind Dulwich Hamlet. They're flying at Dulwich Hamlet. Newly promoted this season. 2 points behind them with Colchester on the same points. And Orient also. 3 teams on 27, so it's pretty tight at the top. We've certainly made a difference this season so far, and long may it continue. So let's see how we're going to line up today at home to Fylde. They are 11th, 19 points from their 13 games. So just one enforced change from the last game. Walters comes in up front to replace the injured Westwood. So it's Macaulay in goals, back 4 of King, Higby, Russell and Bryan. The midfield 4 are getting pretty settled as well. Keenly side on the right, Grubb and Henderson in the centre, and Trusty, who's been our player of the season so far, on the left, and Walters coming in to partner Berlin up front. So unlucky, Tierney, after that last game, he's still on the bench. He's certainly going to force his way into this team, I would think. So Fisher, Pond, Colwell, Hockney join Tierney on the bench. So let's get into this one then and see how Fylde are lining up. So we're in the dressing room for the pre-match team talk. We've already got 3 players motivated before we even say anything, but we're going to go with Jean-Luc Haven. We're doing well, we're on a good run, so let's keep that going, shall we? Let's point the finger, say that. Absolutely no change whatsoever. Didn't work then. Let's look at this then. 4-4-2, and they're playing 4-4-2 also. We've got an old foe lining up against us. Isaac Westendorf, the man in the black there. He's no picture, I don't know why. He used to have one. So let's kick off then. Both teams in white, us with the green trim and the green socks. And we are the bookies' favourites for this, basically due to league position, but on current form. Both teams in decent form. We've got 10 points from our last 5. It's an early corner. King, back post, but he's headed away. And they've got 8 points from the last 5 games, so not much in it. Both teams in good form. And King sneaking up at the back post there. Keenly side knocks it across. Was it Keenly side? Yeah, brilliant play by Keenly side on the left. What are you doing there? You should have been on the right. He picks up that ball, dribbles it in, knocks it past the defender, right foot across the box, and King's unmarked at the back there, plays it in, and he's a great attacking player, is King. Not so brilliant at defending, so you would think we'd play better off playing 3 centre backs and letting him get on with the attacking play. But definitely there, coming up trumps at that back post. But Fylde have been injured. They're coming forward now. Hersit and just over the bar. Let's encourage the boys. We've got that lead. We need to build on that and keep it tighter at the back. Keenly side to Grubb. Grubb. Rain's pouring down. What are we? In September, October or whatever. And it's always raining, whether it's summer, winter or whatever. Walters there. Jones got himself between the ball and the net, and it's a corner. King. We don't see that. Just cuts out. We don't even see the corner. Why does that happen? You've got a highlight, you've got a corner, and then it just cuts out. But now it's a corner to them. Tijani plays it up. Higby's up there, and but it comes out to Hersit, and he rifles it past Macaulay there. Should have stopped that surely. And nobody picked him up at all. Headed out, and Hersit levels the scores. Higby heads it out. Trusty lets him by. And from that angle, Macaulay should have saved that. Bad goal to concede. Let's encourage though. We've got to get back in the game again. And 3 shots on target. Their first shot on target goes in. And it's a throw-in to Fylde. We're just not picking up. We're not getting near. Look at that. Westendorf plays it into the box. Free shot. Where's the tackling? We're just not in this game at all. It's totally against the form that we've been showing for most of the games. We've been playing well, and Westendorf just wraps his foot round that. King was the nearest man to him, And Trust is injured now. What's up with him? Potential groin injury. We've got to make a sub. So this gives a chance to Tierney to come on. But he can't play there. For some reason he's only half a star there. So we put him there. And he becomes 2.5 stars. He gains 2 stars for playing there. An early change. Last time when we had injuries early on, we came back and stormed the game. King with a free kick just outside the box. Who's that making a late run? It doesn't need him. Goes through the wall, I think, there. Mike King, 4th goal of the season. Blasted in. And we're back level at 2-2. Let's have a look at this again. I'm sure that went through the wall. Let's see it from behind. Look at that. The gaps in that wall. It certainly did. What a poor wall that was from Fylde. I'd be very unhappy about that if I were their manager. And 4 minutes of added time. We've had the better chances. And wait a minute. There's not going to be another goal, is there? This Hersick guy keeps dropping deep and picking the ball up. We really need to stop that. And look at him, he's just wandering about. Nobody's picking him up. And Brian, what's he done? Oh, Brian, we're just asleep at the back. Let's point finger then. Proud of everyone's effort, we can win this. Motivate a few. Start second half. Lots of goals. 4 goals so far in the first half. And yeah, we've conceded from 2 shots on target. They've scored 2 goals and 0.87. Yeah, definitely not. You can't put it all down to Macaulay. We're just giving them too much time. Here's King again. Just plays it straight to the keeper there. That was an easier chance than the one that he scored from. Let's have a look. 64 minutes. We're going to make some changes. They're just coming into the game now, gaining momentum. Nobody's playing really badly, according to the mark, apart from Macaulay at 6.6. Do we go to 1 up front? Do we put Tierney up front and play an extra man in midfield in the centre? Let's try that. We're going to put Tierney there instead of Walters. It's better as a pressing forward. So we're going to put him as a pressing forward. We're going to change Berlin to target forward. We're going to put Henderson in there as an advanced playmaker. And we're going to bring Hockney in for Walters and pull him back here. He's best as a deep line playmaker. So we're really going with 3 up front here. So we're going with a 4-3-1-2. Do that for now. And at 2-2, Mike King is 1 yellow card away. I've been told that for about the last 6 games, I think. And he's not picking up any yellow cards at the moment. Clever boy. Famous last words. Come on, let's do better. Demand more. Throw into us. Berlin plays it back to King. King to Higby. Higby, is he going to play a long ball? No, he picks out Henderson. Berlin, he's got a run in here and he scored. Nice one, Berlin. 8th goal of the season. He's our main man this season. He's been doing really well. And a great goal. We go back in front. Have the changes worked? Tactical genius from me. Henderson to Berlin. Berlin, defenders all around him, but slots it in. Keeper goes flying across. And we're back in the lead at 3-2. Let's keep it. We've got the momentum at the moment. Maybe that change has worked, bringing Hockney in. And it's another highlight to us as the rain still coming down. King is going to blast this one. It's going to graze the bar, I bet, this one. This is what usually happens. Taking his time on it. There you go. And did he save that? I didn't know what happened there. Anyway, it's another highlight to us. We seem to have taken control with Hockney coming on. Grubb goes forward. Plays a shot there. But close, but not close enough. And we're going into the final minutes. Gain the momentum back here. So tactical genius of me changing that and putting Henderson there. But look at all these reds here. Everybody's playing well except Macaulay. It's all down to him that they've scored 2 goals. So we've got to take King off, even though he is our star player. Bring Fisher on. Then he's not going to be a wing back. He's going to be an ordinary full back on defend. So we're all defending now, the 4 defenders. That's our final change. Can we do anything else? We've just put Keenly side back on support rather than attack. Just keep it at that then. We've got control. Just subbing King, 6 minutes to go. Let's go into our keep the game tactics. Then possession, slightly slower tempo, be more disciplined, and time wasting usually works. And we can see this one out. We've got the XG, and there it goes. It works again, even though the refs played an extra minute. Over 97 minutes played, and we've got another win. Although it was hard work, it needed me changing the tactics to get us over the line. The only goal in the second half was that great goal from Berlin. We get another 3 points on the board, and very satisfying that against a good filed side. Westendorf and Hersit, they've got two good forwards there. Mike King, man of the match. Lots of good performances as well. So let's see where we are in the table then. Nice work everyone, that was good. Can certainly agree with that. 3-2, it's another win. And we stay in third position, although look at that. 4 teams tied with 30 points. Then Notts County with 29. It's certainly tight at the top. Dulwich dropping points with that draw at Bolton. And we couldn't have wished for any better than this. It's certainly much better team this season. Let's have a look where we're going to come back then for the next one. I'm going to play a few games. I'm away on holiday next week, so take the old laptop and play quite a few games. And then when I come home, I'll record the next episode. Let's get to Telford at home. We want revenge against them after that opening day defeat. Yeah, Telford at home, 26 Boxing Day. Hopefully we get a big crowd and we'll be up there, still in the chance, definitely for the playoffs, but way it's going, who's to say we can't win it? We've got goals in the side. We're always look out for a proper defensive midfield. I'd love to play with a half-back. None of our defenders really can play there. We have played Tim Russell in the half-back role before, and it may be something I'll look at, but I don't want to go too defensive and take anything away from the attacking that we're doing. If we just look at that, we are second best. We've scored 33 goals. Goals conceded 19 is the 11th best. We need to be a lot better there. That's it for now. Going better than expected in this 13th season at the Horsefall. Hope you've enjoyed it. Always like to read your comments. If you've got any comments about anything, put it down there and I'll get back to you. Looking forward to holiday now. See you when I get back. Thanks very much for watching. This is Dave Dog. For now, goodbye.